The PGL Minor is still underway, and only the grand finals are still ahead. As we finish the second semifinal, unfortunately, PixelFire is out of the tournament, so you're gonna have to scrape by in the last chance qualifier, if I'm not mistaken. Before we get to any of this tournament, I really wanted to talk about you because it's been a long time since we saw you at an event. Basically, pretty much since 1.6, really, because we haven't seen you in Go, not a lot at least. So, how much have you actually played of Go, and with what teams and how seriously?
I've been playing Go for a while, I guess. I don't know, I have 3,000 hours. But how seriously? I play with Greyface for a while and try to get a feel of the better teams and stuff like that. But I think this is the first team I play in who is actually able to compete on the higher level, so to say. But yeah, I enjoy it so far. I miss the tournaments.
All right, so let's get into the preparation a little bit too. You haven't been together for too long, not in this lineup at least. So how has that been? How has that been going out?
No, I was on the ESL Nordic finals with Greyface. Didn't went too good, and they just asked me if I want to play, and I tried it out, and I saw that there was something to work on, and we played a bit, and it just went better and better, and here we are, PGL.
Yeah, here we are, PGL. You've had a really good tournament individually. Is it also? Do you also help out with the strats, the strategical point of view, since you are an experienced player as well with tournaments? You do get the feeling and you understand how it works on the stage and stuff like that. So how are you helping out in that way with the team?
I mean, yeah, I'm helping with the strats if we get locked down, and I give ideas. I always try to give the best for the team, and in general, I do as much as I can but you shouldn't have two guys calling anyway, because that's a bit messy. But with the stage, it's easily to get nervous, and if you're not used to it, so I just try to help the guys to smile and to be happy and not to take it too serious. So.
All right, so going into this tournament, you started off really well. It was a 16-2 in the first match against NDD, and then you faced against Hellraisers. How are you feeling going into that match, since they were one of the favorites, at least considered to be one of the favorites at this tournament?
I mean, we played. It's hard to say, but we played hard. We played really good online. I beat some pretty good teams in the qualifier, and it's not just that's the fluke that we actually can play good against better teams, and then it's all about the tournament feel, and that people need to get used to the stage and to the bigger games and stuff like that. So I felt like we had a good shot if we just were on point, but then it's the last 2 rounds or to close the game. It's experience, I think, but it felt good. It felt good in general.
Oh yeah, so going into the decider, there's a lot to talk about, but I'm obviously not going to remember all of it. It's just 78 rounds in the end. You survived. I think it was 18 map points on the map. 18 times you're up against the map point, and you still kind of scraped by, and in the end won. So how was the morale during those map points? How were you able to keep up the morale?
I don't know. We know that we have a good CT side. We showed it against eFrag and Hellraisers also. They shocked us with some random plays, and that can happen when those players, they're pretty good. So when they're on point, they can shock you on a CT side on Mirage. But now we just round for round and stay calm. Stay calm. Don't lose focus, because 1 or 2 mistakes and you're gone and out of the map. But that was hard for the mentality to keep hard focus during all those rounds.
So what about like trying to come up with new stuff during those overtimes? It's obviously a lot of rounds. It's 80 rounds that you have to always have to kind of change your style, change how you play. So like, does it become individualistic? Maybe does it become less strategical once you get to that point?
No, I don't think so. You could always, like, if we say we use some smokes on A or pushed B with, and you know you always have a pattern when you're doing it, so you can always use the pattern to mess up their minds a bit. But in general, it's more when it's getting so many rounds, it's up to hitting your shots, I think, and stay focused, you know, and stuff like that. But not something new in general. Just to be able to focus and then close out the game, it was the most important, I think.
All right, so going into the semifinal, EFRAG, again one of the favorites, maybe even the biggest of all. How are you feeling going into that one?
We felt good. We had a good game against Hellraisers, I think. I think we played some really good CS from time to time, but EFRAG is really good. They're hard to play against they're really good at trade fragging and to just surprise, and they have players who can turn every game against almost any opponent, even though they don't have Dreamer. But I think we did a really good Mirage, and Dust 2 was, I don't know, we were rough started, I think, or we started good, but then when it just fell out of our hands. But in general, I think we played some good CS, and it's just to get back cracking and hopefully don't do the small mistakes, because they will use the mistakes against you every time.
All right, so touching a little bit on Mirage, there was this issue that people are kind of wondering about, the technical issue that kind of made the rollback of the one round that EFRAG won. Like, I don't want to get to like how it affected the match itself, but kind of affected EFRAG and their approach to the rest of that match, and like there's this handshake issue. So like, what can you say about that?
In general, my mic stopped working, and we tried it, like we wrote pause and everything, you know, but it was after freeze time, and we didn't play the round correctly. We didn't know if we could roll back or anything like that. So I played a round without the mic, and I had to stop and write in Team Say and try to do something, because I heard they were stacking A, and we still went A because normally you're talking in the mic, you know. But no, so we rolled back the round, and of course it's never funny. I would be pissed too, maybe not that pissed, but I think it was the right thing to do, but because it cost us a lot also in this round. And fortunately we won 2 rounds in a row there, 7-0, but about the handshake, I don't know. I don't really want to make a big deal about it, you know. They're emotional players. They showed it before, so I think it's the best to just let it go. You know, you don't know what's going on in their heads or anything like that. But it's not looking good, of course. But I don't have anything against those guys. They play good CS, and that's what we are here for. So that is all.
All right, so overall, how has this tournament been for you? How satisfied are you with the results, with being able to keep up with Hellraisers and EFRAG, now that you're kind of still a new team and like in a European mixture that nobody has ever seen before?
I think we were aiming to get out the groups. Even, like, of course you're hoping to get in first, get the first place and face the second team in the other group. But I think when we look back a little bit on this one and can think about what happened, I think we played some, even though the results didn't get our way, I think we played some really good CS time to time. So we just have to get back cracking 3 weeks to Assembly Winter, and hopefully we can play more consistent CS over there.
All right. Thank you so much for the interview. Do you have any last words, shout-outs maybe to some fans that you have probably gained at this tournament?
Yeah, thank you for the support, guys. Was great. I have finally some Twitter followers, so something good happened. Nah, but just in general, don't do a big thing about the handshake and stuff like that, and keep supporting us. Hopefully, we can show some better CS next time.
All right. So, as I said, you're going into the last chance qualifier, so we're definitely going to see you some more in the near future. So that was BARBARR from PixelFire. Now we're going to go into the grand final, which we're probably going to have an interview about as well. So stay tuned to HLTV.org. Yeah, sure.
Yep. Counter flash.